Being an entrepreneur can be a struggle. Learn the art of drafting. This is a term that I've heard before, and it come up in a call I was on this week. And I did a little bit more research on the term drafting and what it has to do with people that ride bikes, competitive people that go out and do road races, etc. And what it says basically, I'll give you a little bit in a nutshell. Drafting, in a nutshell, to people who are drafting, they put out less energy than individuals who are not drafting, and they cover the same amount of distance. So what that means is the person riding the first bike is putting out all the energy. The person riding the second bike goes right in behind them and goes in and does what's called drafting. They need less energy, yet they get to their goal. The end result is to finish the road race or whatever they're doing. Maybe they're just out enjoying, a bike ride together. It can be even somebody that's just having fun. And it's something that you can do in life as well. And how does drafting, apply to somebody that wants to be an entrepreneur? Well, let's say for myself, since March of last year, I rebranded my company. I created a podcast, wrote a book, and did so many other things involving my entrepreneurship. So let's say I have that system that I put in place, and somebody decides they want to copy me. They want to draft me. They want to go in behind me and get to the same end result, but use less energy to get there. So in regards to entrepreneurship, they aren't necessarily going to arrive at the destiny the same time as me. What I'd want them to do is arrive there sooner. So to learn from the process that I did, and instead of, let's say from March till just less than a year before I released my book, the transformation I went through, if they could learn from me, go in behind me, draft, and actually use less energy, so less time to get to the same result, they would be farther ahead. They would have used less energy, less resources, but got to the same end result. Just like the bicyclist following right behind somebody to use less energy, they end up getting to the same end result, not at the same time, obviously. Even if it's seconds later, it's still not the same time, but they accomplish getting to the end result using less energy, and literally they eventually get to the end result in less time. So I know myself in business, I emulated, one of my mentors and good friends is Tony Watley, and Tony helped mentor me in many different things. And some of the things that I've done or, haven't done because of his advice were things that he learned over a period of time. So really, in essence, I drafted behind Tony. I used less energy to get some of the same results in a less period of time. Why? Because he was willing to share his energy, allow me to use less energy to accomplish the task. Just like riding behind somebody and doing drafting, that person in front of you is going to know that you're doing it, right? Hopefully they do. If not, it could be kind of a predicament if they slam on their brakes and you ride right into them. But anyway, just as a funny. You got to realize that in order to accomplish things as an entrepreneur, you need to have mentorship. You need to have people that you can draft behind so that you use less energy, get to the same end result using that less energy in a shorter period of time. So again, back to the example of myself, there was things I could have done better. I collapsed time frames based on what other people have done to do the same thing that I did in less than a year. I believe somebody can do what I did in 90 days, 6 months, right? It's simply put, they need good mentorship, they need good guidance, and they need to learn to use less energy, give up on their weaknesses, use mentorship and coaching to get to the end result of what they want to accomplish. I hope this makes sense and it's not too confusing, and you can see the crossover between drafting with bicycling and being an entrepreneur and learning to use less energy to get to the same end result. And that's by what? And it's not bad to use and utilize others to get to your end result. And if it helps and you don't need the same amount of energy, kudos. God bless you all. Have a fantastic day. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Peace out and stay out of trouble.